What is going on, guys? It's Professor Anime coming back at you with another video. In today's video, guys, I'm going to be giving you my first impressions and my overall review of the first episode of灰to Gensou no Grimgar. So let's get this started. Now, Grimgar's premise is very similar to other titles that we have seen in the anime industry, where we see a character ending up getting trapped inside a video game, and it's up to them to try to get out of the video game in order to get back in touch with the human world, aka Sword Art Online, Log Horizon, stuff like that. Dot Hack, for example. But when it comes to Grimgar's premise, when it tries to be different, it is actually very unique in a way, because if you know Sword Art Online, Log Horizon, or Dot Hack, for example, some of these characters ending up retaining some sort of form of their memory from the previous life that they have lived in, which is the human world. Now, when it comes to Grimgar, for example, it almost seems like as all of these characters end up getting transported to the world of Grimgar, their minds are completely wiped from all things that they have come into contact with in the human world. Two examples of this is when some of the characters are actually discussing some sort of dialogue when they are first transferred to the world of Grimgar, and one of the characters doesn't know, it's probably our main character, if I remember, his name was Haruhiko, I think, and he was like, maybe I can call someone to see where we are located at and see if they can help us out, and he tries to get out his cell phone, and then he's like, wait, what's a cell phone? And then also a part in the episode as well when some of the other characters are eating, which looks like they are going to be the main group focus of the entire series, is when they are discussing, they need to get stronger in order to survive in this world, and he, one of the characters is like, this isn't a video game, guys, we need to get stronger. And then some of the other characters are like looking at this guy like, what are you talking about? What's a video game? So they, even though they say these words that are familiar to them, it is like they have never heard of them before. So from what we can gather in this anime is that basically these characters that are transported into the world of Grimgar ending up getting their mind completely wiped from the previous life that they have lived in. This episode overall was actually pretty relaxing too as well. I mean, it wasn't fast-paced at all. It was actually really slow-paced, and that's not really a bad thing, especially for a first episode. I mean, we did get some action in here, but the main thing which I really enjoyed about this episode is that it didn't focus too heavily on the action. While that is something that you would like to see, especially in a MMORPG anime, because you want to see these characters ending up fucking shit up and everything, when Grimgar actually takes its pacing in the series is really slow, and it actually kind of makes, build up for some of the characters on how exactly they are going to perform in future episodes to come. Because right now, from what we know of the characters that are in the world of Grimgar, our main cast at least, is that they are transported to this world and automatically they had to go to certain guilds in order to learn specific abilities that fit their class types. And right now, still, even with that, they haven't leveled up enough to where they can defeat goblins. I mean, it's quite funny, right? Because you would think that some of these characters would have enough strength and abilities now to actually defeat a goblin by now. Because in MMORPGs, goblins are technically the lowest of the low. And it turns out that, goblins in the world of Grimgar are actually the weakest enemies. I mean, sure, there are also a variety of enemies in other MMORPGs that are weaker than goblins, like slime monsters or, other variety of enemies like that. But still, this just shows you how, weak they are. But yeah, for a first episode, this was a pretty enjoyable series, and I'm looking forward to the next episode. It seems that this series is going to be more on the lines of something that is out of Log Horizon, where it is slower paced, and it focuses more on team-based strategy and how these characters, discover the world for themselves, and these trials and tribulations that they end up coming across in order to survive in this world. They have to, figure out some types of things, how they work in the world, if they really really want to survive, rather than something like SAO, which is faster paced and really only focuses on one character's development as he basically becomes God and tries to decimate every single opponent he comes across. But this is not an SAO rant. I have seen SAO. I have mixed things about how I enjoy the series. I mean, some things about the series I hate, some things about the series I absolutely love, but I'm not getting into that because that is a whole nother video for another time. But just so you guys know, this is something that really isn't going to be something like SAO as far as what I have seen so far. It seems that this anime is going to be a lot slower pace, so just keep that in mind if you are trying to get into the series. It's going to most likely be a series that has more similarities to Log Horizon than SAO. So yeah, let your opinion decide on that, to which series you want to watch, of course. So yeah, guys, I think that about does it for this video, giving you my overall impressions and a review of what I thought about the first episode to Grimgar. Hopefully, in the near future, in the coming episodes of this anime series, if things start to pick up and more characterization gets involved with some of the characters, because so far, the characters are pretty average. They really didn't get enough characterization within this first episode, but hopefully things get better from here. This anime does look promising, so let's hope that eventually things will get better over time. Of course, if you like this video, please give it a like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on what you thought about the first episode to Grimgar. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What exactly are you looking forward to or the most out of this series? And of course, if you want to stay up to date to my future content on this channel, please hit that red subscribe button below and you'll never miss a video from me. That about does it for this video, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Catch you guys next time.